Hey buddies, I'm going live right now. Well, I'm Hey guys, I'll be going live proper soon. I'm just trying to figure out on Twitch. It shows that everybody, a bunch of channels are broadcasting saying that they're playing E3 as though E3 were a game. If you go to like the front page, it shows that Twitch is playing E3. I can't set E3 as the game I'm playing. I don't know how they did it. It says unable to update broadcast whenever I try. I'm seeing a lot of other people that look like they're rebroadcasting. Am I like the only channel that's pixelating his stream? Are other people just rebroadcasting without getting in any trouble from Twitch like I did last year? Authenticated streams? I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of really tiny channels with like single viewers showing up on the E3 page. 2 viewers, 3 viewers. Some of them are just straight up rebroadcasting full screen. I'm the only... Yeah. Oh, I don't think I'm going to broadcast a non-pixelated version. I'm going to continue to keep it pixelated because I feel like we would be a part of the witch hunt that was taken down. How long do I got before we start? Oh shit, I guess I gotta start. Nulani, I see that the video you've uploaded is shown up in my database. I'm gonna mark it as unlisted from where I am. The turbo stream's pixelated right now because I'm just talking to my mods, and I don't want you to see our conversation. And I don't feel like getting another computer out here, so. Alright. I guess I should do another. Oh, we got a countdown. 5 minutes. I should upload another video then telling people to come watch the EA stream here. Oh shit, I'm not able to do that. Alright, I'll be right back. Hey buddies, the EA, the Electronic Arts press conference is about to start, so join me for the second one of 4 today. We're not even close to the halfway point. See you here. Come on by. Okay, I'm just gonna post that. Uploading now. All right. I'm just gonna take myself away and I'll be back when I'm ready to start. I guess in a minute. So just give me a minute to get ready. Hey buddies, welcome to the Electronic Arts E3 Press Conference 2014 Lonesome Commentary with your side host, Frash. I call myself a side host because I'm not the host of the show. The hosts are up there. Those poor schlubs. Is anybody else not getting any sound for the pre-visuals here? We've got a lot of... How do they get those light rays to go like that? Do they have a fog machine in there? But it doesn't look that foggy, and yet there's a... Do you guys have sound? I have sound. I know sound. Oh, there's mine. That's what's... Oh, is that fucking Coldplay? Nice. So this begins in a minute, or right now. Here we go. DICE Studios. What do they do? Fucking DICE.
Star Wars belongs to
Star Wars.
this amazing universe. We've all grown up with it. And now, we at DICE have the opportunity of a lifetime to make the Star Wars game that, as fans, we've all dreamt of playing. To stay as true to the films as possible, we went back to where it all began. Visiting the Lucas archives to capture the actual models and props used in the movies was an incredibly emotional experience. There's so much love and detail in these pieces that we want to get into the game. But to immerse players in iconic Star Wars battles will take more than just authentic weapons and vehicles. We went to the original movie locations, not just to capture the environments, but the emotions they invoke as well. The early results are truly spectacular.
Early engine footage.
We have an experienced team, an extraordinary collaboration with Lucasfilm, and some of the best technology in the industry. But above all, it is our passion for Star Wars that will bring this legacy to life like never before.
They said a collaboration with Lucasfilm, but wasn't Lucasfilm canned along with LucasArts? Isn't that all kit and caboodle there?
And as someone once said, do or do not. There is no try.
Spring 2015, we get to see more. So in other words, there's really nothing to show today. Note that they said in-engine footage, not in-game footage. Very different.
To the Electronic Arts E3 preview show, coming to you from the Shrine Expo Hall in Los Angeles. We're live on Spike TV, we're streaming around the world, and we're ready to kick off E3. So thanks for joining us today, and thanks to the team at DICE for starting us off with a look at one of our most ambitious new games, Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, I've never liked this guy.
Over the next hour, we've got a dozen new experiences that are being built by creative teams with a love for games. For the people
He
who
always
matter
seems like a
most,
major
our
douchebag to me.
We're doing the show a little differently, though, so let me set the stage. We've got
What the
games
fuck is
here
he
today that are
wearing?
just a few months
It's
from
like a
being
tuxedo
done,
suit
and
without
with
the
others,
tuxedo.
We'll go behind the scenes.
Except those
We'll see
lapels are
early
leather
designs,
instead of
concept
satin.
visuals, and raw prototypes of just some of what's to come over the next few years. We'll explore interesting worlds, epic landscapes, and ridiculous action. We'll also hear thoughtful reflections on what's inspiring the future from some of our most passionate creative leaders. Everything we've got for you here today is tied together by a common thread. A commitment to put our players first. A commitment to create amazing games. Games that connect, inspire, challenge, and entertain us.
They don't have audio on Twitch, thank you.
And innovation, imagining new ideas for a new generation. And a commitment to listen to you,
I don't know
It's
why
about
they don't have
putting the
audio on
games
Twitch.
into your hands and inviting you to help us make them better. This is the foundation for electronic arts and the inspiration
People on
behind what
Twitch,
we
I'm not
have
sure
for
why
you
I
here
can't
today.
get you audio.
So, let's jump into the world of Dragon Age Inquisition.
I don't
and
want you to
then-
have to hear the stream. You're
and
not supposed to be
then
able to see
an
the
early
stream either.
glimpse inside 2 more new projects from our very talented storytellers at BioWare.
I figured it out. I'm sorry, Twitch people. Sorry to Twitch, my turbo chat just kept on saying that they had no audio, but they clearly did, so I was confused until one of them finally said, Twitch doesn't have audio, Fraser. So you can thank that turbo for pointing that out. So this is just sort of a masturbatory look at the landscapes of Dragon Age. Where is Dragon Age being produced, developed? Edmonton.
Wow. Irina Trakova, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. All the feels. I gotta settle down. That
There were
was
no
beautiful.
feels.
Thank you for an amazing
I didn't
opening.
feel. Did you guys have feels?
Dragon Age Inquisition marks the beginning of the next generation of BioWare games.
You can't tell me when to
where
feel.
we'll combine powerful narratives with expansive open-world gameplay, so you can explore and discover with more freedom than ever before. In Dragon Age Inquisition, you step into a world on the brink of chaos as the Inquisitor. Your past and motivations are shrouded in mystery. The choice in how to proceed is yours. You'll assemble a team of unique and powerful heroes and lead them against the forces of evil. Together, you'll become legends in the Dragon Age. You'll have a choice in how you lead your team into the heat of battle, and we're going to give you a taste of that today. One way to approach combat puts you right into the heat of the action. As you're about to see, playing this way gives you the ability to take control of different party members. You can use their skills to help you succeed in battle against the apex
Kind
predator
of like,
of our world, a high dragon.
That would be kind of like Mass Effect, right? Being able to take over your buddies and stuff. Well, wait. No, wait. You couldn't do that. You could only order them around in Mass Effect.
Heading over here.
Could use a hand! What on the rock?
The compression on this stream is horrible. Let me see if I can turn it up.
Vivian!
Not much better on source quality either. So was that supposed to be cooperative, or was that single player where you can take over?
Now, another way to approach
multiple
combat
people?
is to use the tactical camera. More powerful than ever before, this mode removes time from the equation by pausing the battle. You position your party on the field, issue orders, and take ultimate control. Whether you choose an action or tactical approach, these heroes won't just fight beside you across our expansive, beautiful open world. They are true companions with their own stories to discover. I want to leave you with a first look at some of your team of heroes.
Are any of you old Dragon Age lovers excited about what you're seeing right now?
The threat has brought them from across the world. Blackwall, a Grey Warden will be no stranger to giving his life in defense of others. And this war may ask it from all of us. Sarah, a wild card who draws strength from the common, not halls of power.
What's with the bowl cut,
And
lady?
reactionary as the groundswell she brings. The Iron Bull, a Kunari mercenary strong enough to overcome anything except the life he left behind. Vivienne, a mage with both ambition and incredible power.
Jesus Christ, get her a
What is
tissue.
true agenda?
She's sweating from the
The
tits.
time has come for us to stand together.
Is that an
As all were
expression?
before, we are now the Inquisition.
Yeah, it seemed like she'd been oiled up.
Great stories are timeless and they'll last forever. So at BioWare, we try to make that the heart of what we're doing.
You know, you really bond with these characters, you remember them, you remember the story long after you've played it.
This isn't just a story that I want to tell. It's a story that is to be discovered. It's interactive narrative.
Are we going somewhere with this?
As we start designing the next Mass Effect game, we start by asking fans what they want, you know, and what Mass Effect means to them. One of the things that fans have told us most about what they want in the next Mass Effect game is to go somewhere new and to move forward.
New places, new characters, new people to fall in love with.
We're taking you to a whole new region of space.
This world is so vast that you can just kind of continue
man.
on the horizon. There's more and more experience.
They're just talking about how they're
enjoy.
working on the next one. Like they're starting to think about it at this point. So you're not going to see anything here. You're looking at concept art, not even a trailer.
Amazing software.
It all looks fantastic.
We've never seen these characters this real before. We think fans of the series are going to be surprised at just how far we're going.
It's going to be a long time before you see anything from this series.
While the Montreal studio is working on the next Mass Effect
2016?
game, our
I'd
team
say
here in Edmonton
2017.
is developing a completely new IP.
It's a chance to have a clean sheet design and start from the most fundamental principles you can have.
We want to take on very contemporary stories, and yet we want to build a world that is as big and as imaginative as everything we've done before.
Why is he talking about a new IP when he's clearly talking about
what are cities
Mass
like? What are
Effect?
characters like?
So we're trying to build a fictional world that feels real and is alive and is constantly changing.
This is what the world is doing right now. Come and play.
At BioWare, we're building worlds and journeys for the next generation.
How far can we go with these new games? Wait and see.
So they're working on a new IP and a next generation Mass Effect, but you're not going to see shit for a long time.
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Franklin and I'm excited to introduce you to the next generation of The Sims.
That is not the crowd. The crowd did not just do that.
And the stories you'll tell about
That came
The
from the
Sims will be
screen?
entertaining, meaningful, and sometimes a little weird. In previous games, you controlled the mind and body of your Sims. In
Look
The
at
Sims
those.
4, for the
She's pretty
first
top-heavy.
time, you control their hearts. Here we are in our Create a Sim, where you decide what your Sims look like, and brand new to
Bigger.
The Sims 4, who they are.
Hey, you can't do that.
Define your Sims' personality. The traits and aspirations that you choose influence their emotions, how they behave, and how they respond to other Sims. So you could make a hot-headed athlete who loves literature, or a romantic nature lover with a touch of insanity. You have so many possibilities at your fingertips, so many Sims to create. The Sims 4 features lively, vibrant neighborhoods, rich communities where anything can happen. This is a deep simulation where every Sim has their own story, and they're all connecting, colliding, and influencing each other's emotions. So the local gym is a great place for me to show you how personality and emotions influence your gameplay. You can tell how your Sims are feeling at a glance. Happy. Depressed.
But what's the game?
Energized. So let's meet Chuck. I've made him a hothead, so he's already prone to flying off the handle. And I can push him even further. So today he's really fired up and he's working out those abs. Well, how did I get him into this state?
Is that an ab workout?
It all kicked off last night.
I'm not sure
when
you know
I
what
introduced Chuck to Gladys, his rather eccentric neighbor. I made Chuck recite some of his poetry, but I haven't leveled up his skills yet, and frankly, his poems suck. So this is when the power of our simulation comes into play. Personality drives behavior, creating richer stories. And in this case, Gladys hates Chuck's poems so much, she decides to get physical. Oh, Gladys. Losing really ruined Chuck's night, and he's still mad about it the next day. Now, I feel bad for Chuck. Let's cheer him up. And what better way to do that than by throwing a party? So it looks like it's working. The neighborhood's shown up, and Chuck is now feeling playful. He's cracking jokes. He's becoming the life of the party. Uh-oh, here's Gladys.
Is there a game involved here? Like, what's the fucking point?
Everyone else.
I've been out of the Sims
Inject a dose of fun to this party, and I know just how
scene
to
for
do
some
it.
time, since basically the first one.
All-new gallery to look for something special. It's full of wonderful homes and Sims created by other players. And for the first time, you can share their Sims complete with their full personalities. I can bring another player's Sim straight into my game. It's that simple. So ladies and gentlemen, meet Princess. Now the party's really booming. Ooh. And check out those dance moves, huh? Chuck's having so much fun he can't stop laughing. I'm pushing his emotions to the extreme. In fact, he is laughing so hard, he dies of laughter. So where else can you find moments like this? The Sims 4 is unlike anything we've ever made. These new smarter Sims are full of personality and humor, and the possibilities when you play with life are simply endless. We invite you to create your own weird stories on September 2nd, when you'll get to play with the next generation of The Sims.
I think I understand the attraction to this about as much as I do the attraction to Tomodachi Life.
Connect and collide for the first time. They're smarter, with big personality. You create them, you control them. Their stories
For me, the fun of the original Sims was playing it like an actual game. You know, like trying to get that new easy chair so that you would have higher rest stats and your Sim would be able to perform better at work, so you'd get a raise and you'd be able to get a bigger house. And it was all about how big of a house you could make in the shortest amount of time, how quickly you could get up your career tree. Playing it like a real simulator, you know? But ever since then, it seems that it's just...
Be formless.
They're going to talk about the...
Like water.
Bruce Lee DLC.
You put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
You know, the Gracies were founding fathers of the actual UFC, but I think the sport of mixed martial arts was started by Bruce Lee.
I think he was one of them guys that made martial arts mainstream. Before the UFC, before any of this stuff was about, guys wanted to be Bruce Lee.
Just a magnificent, extremely powerful being. He's someone that I strive to be like, and it just makes you feel powerless because no one's going to be like Bruce Lee, no matter how much you study or how much you know or how much you strive to be that type of person. He's just a truly extraordinary, one-of-a-kind individual.
Whoa, whoa. Hold on. Ordinarily, I would agree with pretty much anything Jon Jones has to say about fighting. After all, he is the UFC light heavyweight champion, and I am a 5'8" game developer that shouldn't be in his weight class.
I thought it was what's his name for a second.
One thing wrong. This year, in EA Sports UFC, anyone can be like Bruce Lee. Virtually speaking, of course. And whether you're playing as Bruce Lee, or Jon Jones, or GSP, the team at EA Canada has been working hard for 2 years to make it the most awesome experience we possibly can. So let's jump into the 5th round of a battle between Bruce Lee and the prodigy BJ Penn and see what I'm talking about.
Why is he breathing so heavily? He looks like he works out, but
previous 4 rounds are evident on their legs,
he's huffing and puffing from 3 stairs that he walked up.
My strategy, if I was facing Bruce Lee or anyone really, would be to run out of the octagon, but BJ Penn is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, so he's going to look to take the fight to the ground. Big takedown.
Bruce Lee never would have allowed that to happen.
Submission here.
Bruce Lee would never end up in this situation.
And here we go. He's going to start locking in what's called a mounted triangle submission, which I'm sure sounds like a lot of fun, but trust me, it's not. But Bruce Lee is no slouch on the ground.
Seems to me like a forced
He's going to manage to
oral.
escape and get the fight right back to the feet where he wants it. But BJ Penn is a 2-division UFC champion. He's not afraid to go toe-to-toe with anybody. But here we have Bruce Lee's fists and feet of fury starting to take a toll. And exceptional athletes can do exceptional things, like jump off the cage and get people in the head. BJ Penn's got the heart of the champion, but the brain of one of our producers right now. And that means good night. I don't think he's getting up from this one.
Virtual, yeah, virtual Bruce Lee is really slow.
And that's just a quick look at EA Sports UFC. We can't wait for you guys to feel
That
the
looks
fight for
horrible.
yourselves
That looks
when
terrible.
The game drops next week. Thank you.
The combat looks so,
Man,
like the, you know, lack of
amazing,
flow.
and I love to play it. For this past year, everyone's been asking me the same question. What will change in the NHL franchise when it finally comes to the PS4 and Xbox One? My answer, almost everything. Starting with a new generation of hockey player, one that comes alive with intensity, athleticism, and emotion. NHL 15 will also give you more control than you've ever had to embarrass your friends and truly create those amazing highlight reel goals. We've put physics on all 12 players and the puck, bringing a new level of toughness and unpredictability to every game you play.
It's the same fucking spiel every fucking year.
The energy of the sport to
but they
life
don't
in
innovate
the most
these
detailed
games.
arenas we have
Nothing
ever built.
changes.
This is the beginning of a new generation of hockey.
No, it's
And on
not. You
behalf
say
of the
this
team back at EA
every
Canada,
year.
I'm extremely proud to give you your first look at actual gameplay in motion. This is NHL 15.
This better be mind-blowing. Every generation of these games, because they don't have competition, right? There's no competition for these guys, so why innovate? What the fuck is with this music choice for this? Nothing says hockey like whatever the fuck that song is. You'd have had just as much luck wooing the average hockey fan as playing some Enya. Fucking love that guy though. That player, I forget his name. The black guy on the Montreal Canadiens. He's awesome. I don't know any hockey player's name. I love him because he kisses Subban. Yeah, Subban. He kisses his teammates. Like he's always like kissing their helmets and stuff.
Thank you to the teams on UFC and NHL. 2 new awesome games from EA Sports.
No, it didn't look
Now,
that good to me.
If you know me at all, you know I have a passion for fast things, especially cars.
I don't know you at all.
Inside EA Studios, we have a different way of thinking about speed today. For us, it's all about getting to the fun fast. We are changing the way we create. New tools and new ways of working allow us to explore more game ideas than ever. With this, we can bring a new feature, level, or environment to life in a matter of days or weeks, and actually feel how fun it is. Now, some of these ideas will work, and others won't. But the ones that make it into our games will be awesome. Who better to show you what I'm talking about?
Why does everybody who comes out on stage sound like they're out of breath?
They know a thing or two.
What did they
about
make
speed.
these guys do before they
Now
came
listen,
out?
we don't typically show things this early, and let's be clear, this is early. But it's also very cool. And let's be honest, we all know that there's no way we could keep this a secret anyway.
Yet another
Criterion,
Need for
we come
Speed
from a
that will
world predominantly
suck
experienced through
ass.
cars. It's time for us to explore new adventures. Imagine what that could be.
So with Criterion, it's all about the experience.
Our history is in cars, going really fast and taking big risks. High action,
So is it now? Don't show Burnout Paradise like you created it. But you didn't make Burnout Paradise.
We've reinvented our office. We've taken away any individual desk. The whole team now is really agile and able to work together in really flexible ways. Occasionally we work from the pub.
When we're ready for build review, we get in front of the screens and we play the game.
Play the game, figure out a new change that needs to be made, build it, and then within
They
about
did
5
make
minutes,
it?
play the game again.
Because in our experience,
Wait,
the more time
but then
we
they
go
were
through
bought?
that, just the better the game gets.
Then who made Need for
So this new
Speed?
IP gives us the ability to move beyond cars, which is just so exciting.
We've got ATVs, we've got helicopters, we've got boats, we've got wingsuits, we've got parachutes.
Crazy combinations of vehicle and jumping over each other, through each other, under each other, tied together.
What's the most exciting thing I can do in a plane, on a jet ski?
There's not a single vehicle that we've talked about that
Wow.
I don't find exciting.
Criterion has already
Really been
become
inspired by what we've
synonymous
seen
with
people
EA
sharing
in my
the real
mind.
world. The
That's
first
so
person
sad.
views, the movies that they take are almost like athletes' point of view.
We've absolutely been influenced by all the amazing action footage that people are capturing and putting on YouTube. This is a first-person game.
We're not going to ever take you out of that. So if you get in a vehicle, you're going to climb in the vehicle. Your hands are actually going to touch these things.
And it means an expanded landscape.
So many different types of terrain that we've never been able to explore before.
Our players can go anywhere, they can make any experience they want.
You're walking around our world and you're just looking at the vehicles and the scenery. It feels epic.
It really is an ultimate game for us.
It's a Criterion game, so it's going to be fun.
This is going to be the biggest game Criterion's ever made.
Where are they? It's kind of like GTA's multiplayer mode.
Criterion is looking at things differently, and at EA Sports, we are too. So today, I want to share a couple of cool things coming out of Tiburon. First, our golf franchise has had a rich history of delivering authentic
Guildford,
golf
Surrey.
along with fun fantasy courses.
United
But there's
Kingdom.
always been limits to where you could go and what you could do. Now, for the first time ever in a sports game, we're leveraging Frostbite 3. EA Sports PGA Tour will allow you to experience real-world courses in stunning detail, while also pushing the boundaries of golf to places you've never been. With no load times between holes and fully rendered environments that let you explore every inch of the course, this is golf without limits.
Trying to figure out how big Criterion is. They used to be based out of a house, fitted to be a game studio. Huh. I guess this is what had to be expected from the EA press conference, but I mean, I'm still running out of steam here. What the fuck? What? Oh, wow. It looks like this is a different PGA than previous years. So they've gone arcadey? It's the NBA Jam of golf? It still doesn't look like it's going to be that much fun.
Hit over a battleship. We look forward to showing you more in
We
the coming months.
assumed you could hit over a
Now let's
battleship,
talk
because
about
that's what
Madden.
you just showed us.
Gamers have been telling us for years they want defense to be more fun. And we get it, because defense is nearly half the game. With Madden NFL 15, we're transforming your experience on the defensive side of the ball. Let's start with your perspective. When you're playing defense, it makes sense to have the camera behind you. So we've introduced some new defensive cameras that'll allow you to read and attack the offense right in front of you. Next, if you're a defender and you get locked into a block, that's no fun. Now you'll have much more control. You choose the direction to push your opponent during a battle. You can push him to the side to close up a running lane, or you can push him forward to disrupt the pocket. You can shed a block, or use a pass rush move to break
Buffering on my end.
free
There
and
we
take
go.
down the QB. And open field tackling has always been a challenge. So we've redesigned how you make a tackle to get more consistent results.
To make it less of a
A
challenge.
tiered tackle cone makes
When
it
did
easier
challenge
to zero in
become
on the
a bad
ball carrier
word?
and set up the appropriate attack. Conservative tackles are the most reliable, giving you the greatest chance to take down your opponent. Or you can take a risk with an aggressive tackle, but it'll take more skill. Up close, you can pull off a big hit. Further away, you can dive towards the ball carrier to stop him in his tracks. Look, I could go on and on about all the defensive improvements in Madden 15, but here's the point. You're gonna have more control on defense than ever before. Now, instead of feeling like a liability on defense, you're gonna have a lot more fun. We also want you to feel the intensity of the NFL. So we've added hundreds of new player emotions and reactions. These play out in real time on the field, replacing old scripted scenes. And we've paired them with a new set of dramatic presentation cameras, all directed by an Emmy Award-winning cinematographer from NFL Films. If you watch NFL films like I do, you know they're the best in the world at showcasing the emotion of football. And now, you'll experience that in
Actually,
Madden
those
15.
NFL films are
For
awesome.
those of you at E3
Have
this
you guys
week,
seen
we
that
invite
shit?
you to come play it. And to everyone
Yeah,
else, you can experience
I
it
can't remember the
firsthand
first
when
time I
Madden
saw
15
one,
launches
but it
on
like
August
I think it's on
26th.
like CNN. They show them, or not CNN, but TSN. But like they'll talk about the recent game and like how it went down, and then they'll show a film dedicated to it.
About the other side of the ball.
And it's a film based around a single game or series of
Since the
games.
beginning, they've
It's
always
really
been the last
impressive.
line of
Like
defense, the protection, the safety net. But the best defenses aren't just a net. They become more than that, way more than that. The steel curtain, the fearsome foursome, and now the Legion of Boom. They all had one thing in common. They shut down their rivals by imposing.
Oh my god, the graphics look horrible. I don't get it. How can anybody accept this? It looks like the same game that I've been seeing for the last 10 years. Maybe not 10 years, but it feels like it's still last generation to me.
Now it's in your hands. So what are you gonna do?
Like, sure, they have more bump maps and maybe a higher resolution models now and stuff like that. Like, everything looks a little bit more well-rounded. But in terms of the player movement and animation and fluidity, it looks so terrible.
We don't
And that-
just want to clone.
And that's gameplay, the gameplay side of graphics. So that's the thing that they should be concentrating on the most.
We knew that the people who liked MOBAs were super diehard. We put it in the players' hands at a very early stage, and we were just kind of like,
We got a
we're gonna build
MOBA
this in
here.
front of you guys, and whatever you tell us about this, we are gonna hear it whether we like it or not.
It's just a constant dialogue with our players, and Dawngate is constantly getting better for it.
MOBA stands for Multi-User Online Battle Arena. For Dawngate, what we've done is broken down the genre to its component parts and built a new game that doesn't just clone the classic MOBA, but builds on it by focusing on a flexible
What is a
metagame.
classic
But the metagame in
MOBA?
Dawngate is based around your particular team composition, the roles your team is choosing. So the game is going to play different.
It's funny to
every
hear a
single time,
term
allowing you and your
classic
team to
used to
genuinely
describe
try
a
new
genre that's
strategies.
only
allows them
existed
to
for
basically
less
play
than, what,
any of these
5-6
characters
years?
that they really identify with in any position in the game.
When we set out to make Dawngate, really what we wanted was characters who were fighting for a purpose.
All of the characters that you play, the map that you're playing on has
How
been
old is Dota?
conceived of in a massive epic story arc. That's really just kicking off with the players.
Salus, he's a character who I love to play. He's sort of a lizard monk, very zen.
There is a little spirit wisp dude. I love the design of that guy.
Big guys with axes and armor and skulls. I like that a lot. So I like supports, 100% the best. I like making supports and playing supports the best.
I really like that we have a whole section of the world that's devoted to badass, bookish nerds. And I like books.
Dude, if you can't geek out about something, we're probably not gonna have a good time hanging out.
I don't.
We built
Why
this
was
team
that
specifically to make this game, to make Dawngate. We're a group of hardcore mobile players, so we knew if we were going to make something awesome for our players, it had to be awesome for us. The sky's really the limit. Dawngate has been designed to entertain you. The opportunity is there for us to go wherever we want, so long as it makes sense for the player.
This is an amazing time to be making games, but it's really an amazing time to be playing games. Every year at E3, I'm inspired by the energy that surrounds this industry. I love the cool innovation and creative thinking, but I also love the conversation. For a lot of us, it's the first time we have a chance to come together and interact. So, we hope you like what you've seen so far today. And now listen, I'm a little biased, but I think we're doing some pretty cool stuff. So tell us what you think, challenging us to create the best, most amazing experiences. We embrace
Guy in the audience.
the honest
Get off
open
the
dialogue.
stage!
As I said at the outset, we're doing things differently, but not just for today. We want to invite you in early to share new concepts, to let you know what's inspiring the new games you'll see down the road. This is our commitment to put players first. Have a little faith. We're not done just yet.
Hurry the fuck
We've got a couple
up.
more games to go. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Here we go.
Mirror's Edge is about mastering the environment, and Mirror's Edge is about faith.
Here is where I started. The simplest building blocks of faith.
Oh.
And that would be the white, the red, the blacks. And of course, we kept the glove. That in itself is iconic for her.
The style and tone of the game implies that everything we do needs to be elegant, minimalistic, and it has to have a certain attitude.
Where we use colors, the accents are very specific and controlled. That's where the attitude comes from. Her body needs to reflect her life.
To me,
what she does, who
this
she is.
kind of content should be supplementary. These developer diaries are the types of things I want to watch after E3. Right now, I want to see something that gets me hyped up, like a fucking trailer.
She's a runner. She's very strong. The overall look should give them a sense that, well, you shouldn't mess around with faith.
When you show me something like this, it makes me think 2016. Am I right?
Mirror's Edge is a
Tell
game
me
that's
I'm wrong.
focused very heavily on movement.
We've had parkour artists come in, talk to us. They can teach us a lot about the moves that we have in the game and how we can also expand on it.
We're building on the first Mirror's Edge when it comes to the moveset that Faith has.
Everything is geared towards traversing and navigating this environment. We want the player to be able to experiment and find different paths in the environment.
You know that you can get there, but how? And that's when you explore,
Why
not
isn't
just the
Faith
environment,
doing
but
random
also what is it
stupid
that Faith can do.
flips in the middle of her route? Like that parkour artist was doing.
Somebody with less skill.
Because it wouldn't make any sense?
A longer route.
It's important for us that everybody who wants to play the game can play the game. And not only are we building a broad moveset, we're also building combat with the moveset in mind.
You would analyze the geometry in a combat encounter to see how you can use that against the enemies.
When we talk about combat, we are selecting very special sounds for that. We're having very tight, controlled hits. They kind of speak about Faith's power and efficiency because she is a projectile. Whenever she does hit, she hits quick, fast, and hard, and then moves on.
We are redefining the role of the runners to allow for more varied gameplay, for more varied experience. We will expand on who she is in this world. Why is she doing what she's doing? What's her reason for being Faith?
This is a girl that actually tattooed her eye. You do it for a reason. It's to make a point.
We are creating Faith for a new generation.
It looks really cool. Like, I'm excited about it. I still haven't played the original Mirror's Edge. It's been one of those things that I've been like saving for a special time on the show. And I thought maybe as a like build up to the next Mirror's Edge, but it seems like it's a way off at this point.
After season. With FIFA 15, we've created a game that lets you feel the emotion of football like never before. You will feel the game. Emotion touches everything we're showing you today. Incredible visuals that blur the line between the virtual and the real world.
Nope.
Emotional intelligence.
Not even close.
Every player on the pitch. Players now have memories. They will show their emotion based on the context of the match, from the ecstasy of triumph to the agony of defeat. It's a level of creative expression that as a game developer we've only ever dreamed of, but now it's alive in FIFA 15. Our player control system brings an all-new level of player personality and responsiveness to the game. New stutters and strides let you cut, sprint, and explode out of turns. And our new ball physics system models movement depending on precise contacts with the ball. It's creating astonishingly realistic trajectories and spin. You'll feel the physicality of the sport in man-to-man battles, full-body defending, shirt pulling, shoulder barges, and possession.
I didn't see a shoulder. They didn't even show a shirt pull.
And we have created the next generation.
Are they going to have dives?
Athletic, lean,
you got to have dives in soccer.
Realistic. You'll not only feel their athleticism, you'll see it too.
I want there to be a mini game in which you have to like act.
That you can feel.
You have to do the best ragdoll dive that you can to make it the most convincing, and then the referee judges you on how convincing it was.
Theaters of sport. Witness the sights and sounds that make you feel just like you're there. On the pitch, boots will leave their mark. Hard slide tackles will tear the turf, and kits will get dirty. Ad boards animate, corner flags will move, and goal frames clatter on impact. The entire stadium is alive and packed with emotion. All of this adds up to a FIFA experience where you'll feel the emotion, intensity, and athleticism of football. There's much more news to come before we launch this fall. This year, you will feel the game.
Every year, the same fucking thing for the same annual release of the same game.
On Earth. This is our stage, our theater.
They need, they at least have soccer competition, right?
Others were adopted.
They don't have the exclusive rights to all soccer games.
If you don't believe we're family, you haven't felt what we felt.
Who's the competitor?
Agony, tension, heartbreak. But that moment, when it comes together just right, words
PES is Konami? Oh yeah, I remember the Konami thing where they were.
This isn't fiction. This is real life. Our life. The stages are real.
Who does better? Who has better sales?
They come to life.
Pro Evolution Soccer or FIFA?
Take the ball, take the man, and take their place as legends.
Did you see the emotion on his face when he pushed him? He gave him a mighty shove.
An entire season changes with one kick, one bad decision, one slip.
FIFA by miles.
But one magic moment lives in our hearts.
FIFA sells better. Pro Evolution Soccer is more fun.
We live for these moments. We are these moments. This is more than a game. This is football.
It's actually soccer, but that's okay. I'll let you have it. You can have your football so long as you don't start playing real football on that side of the pond.
FIFA 15.
Troll face.
Feel the game.
Isn't this just the Battlefield trailer they already released? Yeah, it is. It's the same trailer. They better have something new to show. Gameplay?
Today we're introducing Battlefield Hardline. It's a new game that puts you right in the middle of the war on the streets between cops and criminals. When Carl Magnus and I first met several years ago, we talked about what would eventually become Hardline. He loved Dead Space, and I was playing a ton of Battlefield 3. We started to think about ways we could work together. We talked about expanding Battlefield to new worlds with new weapons and new ways to play. 3 years later, and here we are today. Cops and criminals, good guys versus bad guys. This is the foundation of Hardline.
Now, we're always exploring new directions for the Battlefield franchise, but only if the ideas make for great games and only if we have really passionate teams that want to build them. And of course, whatever we build needs to stay true to Battlefield's core values. So Steve and his awesome team at Visual started out by building Endgame, which was actually one of the X-Packs for Battlefield 3. They learned what fans love about Battlefield multiplayer, which is team play, strategy, lots of vehicles, open battles, and of course, destruction. Visual is also well known for storytelling and are bringing a fresh approach to Hardline's campaign. It's much more like a great TV crime drama than something out of a traditional shooter. But of course, at the core of every Battlefield game needs to be an amazing multiplayer experience.
Now let's check out some of the gameplay footage from a 32-player match in Heist. This is an all-new mode where the criminals are trying to make off with the loot and the cops are trying to stop them. So let me paint a picture for you. It's a normal day in downtown LA. Then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. Alarms are going
all
off.
hell breaks loose?
Been taken out.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
You'll see this battle from multiple perspectives.
Oh, it's not.
This is cops versus criminals.
Where the fuck is the gameplay?
Let's take a look.
Holy fuck, that was boring. I'm calling it right now. The loser of the conference is EA. This is a fucking boring conference.
Pretty quiet day so far.
Breaking news. A heist is underway in downtown Los Angeles. The target? Armored trucks. Sky 5 News is reporting live from the increasingly chaotic scene.
So, what is interesting out of this is that Battlefield is going a very different direction. They're almost going in a payday direction, like with heists and... Was any of this ever... anything even close to this in the previous Battlefields? Heists?
Someone pinned down! Tell me out here!
Well, he sure ziplined away, but where he went, who knows? Like, why did he even zipline over there? It doesn't make sense. Why aren't you dead? You just walked through 3 explosions there. I just don't understand how this player didn't die. God mode? For the purpose of demonstration, or... Seems like he runs slower when he has the loot, eh? Why did they park there? Are they dumb? Did they never play on this map before? What's all that debris coming out? What kind of a car is this? These cops are terrible shots. Did a guy just sacrifice himself to do that, or?
Get to the truck! Go, go! He hit the third cable! That crate is coming down!
So can the crane fall against any building depending on how you shot it, and can it destroy each building the same way as though that was dynamic? Because it seemed like they were trying to make us think that was dynamic, destructible environment, but I doubt it is.
Grapple's up and good! Don't let him pin us!
What a great coincidence that the person's view that we're looking through is always the last man in the squad. It's almost like he has God mode on. Don't do the elevator music gag. Good. I thought they were gonna do that. Too tired to gag. Like, it looks like a lot of fun, but only if you stay alive the entire time, like this guy has. And yet I've seen him mow down other player characters all around him, so clearly people don't stay alive all the way through. And it's not going to be nearly as much fun unless you get lucky and you survive the entire run like this. You'd respawn, but you wouldn't be the #1 hero among your 32-person team. You would be just another person respawning over and over, hoping to be the hero and get the loot next, right? Like, this guy's having all the fun, while all his support buddies are having nowhere near as much fun.
You have the right to remain silent.
Like, I'll give it to them. It was really entertaining, really entertaining choreographed gameplay. I wonder what the multiplayer is like.
Thank you. The team's been working
when it
really
actually
hard.
plays out.
Now, if you're a gamer like me, you don't want to watch games. You want to play games. We're about to do something we've never done before. We're going to launch a beta of Battlefield Hardline today.
Wait, what?
Go to battlefield.com to sign up for a chance to get into the closed beta.
Oh,
PC
they're launching the beta today. I thought they were launching the game today. Like,
to get instant access.
Could you imagine?
Here's Adam Boyes from Sony to give you more details.
A game being announced and released on the same day. Like, do you think that'll ever be done again?
Game looks amazing.
Hey, there he is.
Huge Battlefield fan for a long time. My brother and I used to play a lot of Battlefield Vietnam back in the day. So it's a huge honor.
Adam Boyes is like the
PlayStation could be
indie guy from Sony.
To
Why
bring you
should
the Hardline beta to PS4 today? Battlefield owners can simply turn on their console, highlight your copy of Battlefield 4, and then click on the live tile to download the hardline beta and play it in its 1080p 60 FPS glory. It's really easy. But you have to get quick, because this incredible console exclusive experience won't last long. Thanks,
So
Steve.
how do I get
Thanks,
it?
Adam.
How do you get the beta? Do I go on my PlayStation 4 right
A lot
now?
of work left to do over the next few months, so your feedback.
Oh, he
this
got
early
promoted.
stage
That's
is
why he's not the
huge
indie guy
As we
anymore.
build towards our release on October 21st.
I drank
While
with
you're
that
waiting
guy.
for the beta to download,
Or at least
check
I
out
had one
Battlefield
drink with him.
Hardline on Twitch
He's-
right after
he's
the
nice.
show. We have 32 Battlefield players live streaming the game on PlayStation 4 from a rooftop in downtown Los Angeles.
Why does it have
And
to be on a
right here at the
rooftop? That
Shrine,
seems like a terrible
we have
place to play a
64
video game.
PlayStation 4s for you to play after the show. All right.
So,
Start E3 off
is anybody
right.
on their
For
PS4
everyone
right
at
now?
home, on the rooftop and right here.
Did
at the
anybody
Shrine,
jump on their PS4? Is it
Battlefield
easy
Hardline
to sign
beta
up?
is live.
And that's the smoke
All right,
coming
let's
from
play
their
some
servers.
games. That's our show, everybody. Thanks for watching.
That
and
was
have
the
a great
lamest
E3.
introduction for the Hardline. It's live! Smoke. What the fuck? You have to register on the homepage first, and then you need to put it into your PS4.
Stone cold, she rocks steady, baby, won't you kiss my cheek?
That was pretty lame. Pretty fucking lame. That was a terrible, terrible conference. Like, I mean, we got... What tidbits did we benefit from? They showed us a minuscule amount of Dragon Age, that tiny little bit of multiplayer. Whoa. They showed us that tiny little bit of multiplayer switching between characters as they fought that monster. Then they showed us a dev diary of prototype conceptual footage of Mirror's Edge. So it wasn't even real gameplay. They showed us Battlefront, but it was, again, conceptual prototype footage, stuff that wasn't even game footage. They just said in-engine footage, not even in-game. In-engine is very different from in-game. So it was basically like in-game cinematics in a way, not gameplay. What else? Then sports, 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 more sports. Yeah, it was just a terrible conference. EA loses E3. I can't see Sony doing worse than that. I can't see Ubisoft doing worse than that. I can't see Nintendo doing worse than that. I'd say right now, Xbox is the leader, clearly. Yeah, it seems like EA basically has nothing to release this year. I mean, wait, but isn't Dragon Age coming out this year? Like, it's coming out at the end of the year, isn't it? It is. So you would have thought that they would have had more to show, considering the game should be pretty much done. You would have thought they would have had a lot more gameplay to show. But what they showed was none too impressive. It was short and didn't really teach us anything about the end product besides the fact that you can apparently... You guys say that you've always been able to switch between characters in Dragon Age. I'm unfamiliar with the franchise. The Battlefield... I'm intrigued by Battlefield Hardline. I wasn't before. And based on that gameplay, that looked cool. it's very choreographed gameplay. So, you know, I picture actual multiplayer being just a shit ton of respawning and everybody just grabbing the package, running the opposite direction, and just kind of a shit show. Nowhere near as like movie cinematic as that experience that they just showed. But that's the nature, I suppose, of multiplayer. You can't really expect it to be cinematic. But Mass Effect was an exciting moment when I heard the Mass Effect music. I thought they were going to be ready to show a teaser for the next Mass Effect game, but all they really said was, well, duh, we are working on the next one. Of course we are. That's it. Like, I mean, of course they were. Who would ever predict that they wouldn't make a new Mass Effect eventually? But they had nothing really to say but just like a bunch of ambiguous kind of non-detailed speak about where they are going with it. New places, they said. Well, clearly they should be new places to go because it's the fucking universe, right? Like, that's the nature of Mass Effect, is it's going to new places all the time. So yeah, Ubisoft is next, and their conference is at what? Where do I go for that? In 2 hours. I got 2 hours to spend. Which website do I go to for the Ubisoft conference? Just Twitch? Does Ubisoft not have an official page for it? Like every other? Like, I mean, at least EA embedded it on their own site. Twitch.tv/Ubisoft. Got this really annoying little dry patch on the side of my nose. I'm sorry I keep on scratching it, but it's really itchy. It's annoying. Alright, well, I'm going to refresh myself. I'm going to try to take a break and just freshen up. I'm going to actually, literally, go freshen up. I'm going to have a shower. And then I'm going to maybe have a snack. And then if there seems to be time for it, I might be out here to play some Mario Kart before Ubisoft starts. But no promises on that. Becky continues to play in Mario Kart throughout the day with our turbos in the VGA Turbo tournament. I'm pretty sure she's in there now. I don't think I can. I'm not the type that can just lay down and nap and then wake back up and keep going. I'm not good at that type of thing, unfortunately. But I think a shower will refresh me. Maybe I'll get an energy drink or something like that. Some tea might help. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See ya.